I'm delighted to welcome you all on behalf of the Cooper and the Ellsworth family, including all those who are friends and family on both sides. A special thank you to all those that have travelled a long way in celebrating the wedding of Stephen and Kirsten. Me and Kirsten have always shared a special bond. Kirsten, you're not only beautiful and gorgeous on the outside, but more importantly, you are beautiful on the inside as well. We are very proud of you. You have a sense of integrity, trustworthy commitment, discretion, love, and values and honesty. Meeting someone like Stephen, I'm more than guaranteed you'll make a formidable team. Stephen, it's a huge pleasure to welcome you into our family. Over the years, we've come to think of you as a son we never asked for. You're an outstanding young man with a kind and generous soul. Belinda and I could not be happier. Stephen, I just want to say a big thank you from all the Coopers and family for taking over sole responsibility for Kirsten. Belinda, our work is done.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to everyone. Stephen and Kirsten, we are gathered here today on the beautiful island of Harris in this unique historic setting to celebrate your wedding day and to share your decision to join your lives in marriage. Stephen and Kirsten have chosen you, those dearest to them, to be here as they celebrate the beginning of their married lives. They are very glad you could be with them today to share their happiness as they make their vows to each other. Today is a day of celebration, a celebration of love, of commitment, of friends and family, and of two people who want to be together forever. All of your preparations and your love for each other have led you to this moment. So will you, Stephen, keep Kirsten as your favourite person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I will.
And will you, Kirsten, keep Stephen as your favourite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I will.
Let these rings serve as a reminder every day of your love and commitment to each other, and always bring back happy memories of this day. I now have one last question to ask you. Stephen, do you take Kirsten as your wife?
I do.
Kirsten, do you take Stephen as your husband?
I do.
And now, following the declarations made before me in the presence of these witnesses, it is my privilege and great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss if you choose.
So on behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to thank you all for being involved in our very special day. We really appreciate the effort everyone's made to attend, so thank you for coming. The Isle of Harris isn't the easiest place to get to, but I hope you all grow to love its unique beauty as much as we have. So Belinda and Andy, my new mother and father-in-law, thank you for always making me feel welcome within your family. Thank you for raising your daughter up to be strong and independent. I just hope I can live up to your expectations you have as me as a husband to your daughter. I'd like to thank my mum. You've always encouraged and supported me. You've always welcomed Kirsten with open arms. I remember a time where you once asked Kirsten if she'd still be your friend if we broke up. The last 12 months for us has been difficult, but Dad is with us in spirit. I'd also like to thank the bridesmaids, Katie, Colleen, Daniela and Molly. You all look fantastic. It's not very often we manage to get you all in one country, let alone on one sunny island. Kirsten is always so hyper when you're all together, even if you're scared of cold water. Thank you to the best man, Anthony. We've been friends since primary school and have never drifted apart. Thanks for arranging such a great stag do. It must have taken some organising and it ran very smoothly. For all those that attended, the minibus is still parked up in the pub car park. Right, time for Kirsten. Kirsten is a perfect balance of intelligent, adventurous and confident. I feel lucky to have found someone I've just clicked with. We share the same morals and have the same views on the important aspects of life, despite the occasional, and I repeat, occasional bickering. 2 years ago this week, we were touring the Outer Hebrides with my parents in their motorhome. I'd been to Harris many times previously, but it was the first for Kirsten. Luckily, she loved the island as much as I did, so much so that we actually booked this wedding venue before we were even engaged. We've shared many adventures over the past 6 years. The most memorable usually involve Kirsten crying. Anybody that knows Kirsten knows that she can be as mad as a box of frogs, but she does have her limits. And I have a knack of just jumping over them. We once abseiled in a glacier crevasse and she cried. We got lost at night with no phone battery in New Delhi and she cried. We've slept rough in an underground station in Switzerland and she cried. We've hiked for 2 miles through 3 feet of snow and she cried. And we once went to a Morrison's cafe and it ran out of jacket potatoes and she cried. I've just grown to assume that they're all happy tears because she stuck around. Today I'm happy I get to marry my best friend. Despite our competitiveness, our bickering and Kirsten's crying, we always make friends and go on new adventures. We have had countless laughs together and we've made lots of great memories. I can't wait to make many more great memories with you. You're definitely the one for me. Time to end on a quote from Winnie the Pooh of all people. I knew when I met you an adventure was going to happen.
I would wager I might have the least enviable job here today because we all know I've got some pretty big boots to fill. As well as myself, Stephen had another best friend and that was Phil, and we all feel his absence profoundly today. Normally, people cobble together a best man speech by digging up all the embarrassing shit they've done in the past over the years and retelling it in the most filthy way possible to unsuspecting aunties and grandmas. But he's just never done anything uncompromising, so this is going to be more of a story about all the uncompromising things I've done and how he's always been there to rescue me. Not many people can fill a church in the Outer Hebrides, can they? So, well done for that. The fact that you've had your wedding in a place that people literally use as a metaphor for somewhere impossibly far away, and you've still had no less than 70 people show up without a second thought, that is testimony to the kind of people you both are. that everyone here really does just completely adore you. So Stephen and I, we've had the rare privilege of being friends from a very early age. We met when we were 4 years old in primary school. We literally watched each other grow up. We'd often muse about the kind of person he'd be with, who could he be with. Fate is a funny thing because he's such a unique individual, like you all know. What are the chances he'd bump into someone who completes him in every way? See, me and Kirsten have a bit of an unspoken rivalry, because before Kirsten came along, I was Stephen's Kirsten. So let me explain what I mean by that. The thing I always notice about couples who stay together and get on is not necessarily that they have a lot in common. In fact, I find it's quite the opposite. I often say to Alex, it's not the people that are the same, it's that they fill each other's gaps. Where one's lacking, they make up each other's flaws, and then as a team, they're perfect. So, how was I Stephen's Kirsten? Well, Stephen is introvert, where any social situation I'd be dealing with it, and now Kirsten's taken that role. Stephen hates confrontation, so I'd be the one dealing with that. Now that's Kirsten. Stephen is very reserved. Well, you might have already seen me dancing, and you'll certainly see Kirsten dancing. So I was Stephen's yin to his yang, but now that role has been given to Kirsten. Their strength is the fact that they complete each other. Although they're very different, the core is completely the same. The second you became husband and wife, I actually bought a watch. It's a Harris Tweed watch. And this is stopped at the very moment, the very second that you said I do and became husband and wife. So that is 2, 16 and 30 seconds. A moment stopped in time so you can look back on that forever. And that's my gift to you tonight. So enjoy, guys. There you go. You're welcome. Please look after him. It's a very bittersweet moment to be passing on the baton. So the strength inside Stephen and Kirsten is indeed amazing. They've not had an easy time this year. It was only last Christmas you were trapped in your room due to COVID. Here's to a very bright future, a long and happy life together. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
So my sister truly is my best friend. She was always set an example for me, and she's always been there for me through the highs and the lows, through the tough times and through the good times. Thanks, Stephen, for taking on my sister. She's your problem now and she's non-refundable. As most of you know, my sister is one of the most important people in my life, and she's also the craziest person in my life. Over the years, we've laughed together, cried together, annoyed my mum together, and had so many wonderful memories. I am truly blessed to have a sister like you. Meeting Stephen wasn't like most conventional meetings. At first, they were friends, and all they kept saying was, "No, honestly, we're just friends, we're just friends." So they were about to start their journey over to Europe, and Stephen was staying at our house because Mum and Dad were taken to the airport in the morning. And he came into our house, and instead of saying, "Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Stephen," he turned around and said, "Do you have any AA batteries?" And me and my mum looked at each other and we thought, teacher sense is going there, he's definitely on the spectrum somewhere. Since they've been on their adventures across Europe, they've enjoyed so many amazing adventures together. They've enjoyed trips to Switzerland, Marrakesh, Slovenia, Croatia, and finally Scotland, the place where they decided to wed. Today is the day where your new journey is about to begin. Always remember, never take each other for granted. Always share your food. And if you want a long, happy and successful marriage, Stephen, just admit you're wrong before even giving your opinion. It's the easiest way. So I would like us all to raise a glass as my sister has just tied the knot. And I do believe that Stephen is her perfect match. And today I realise that all she needs is a guy who will love her just the way she is, with all her craziness. So here's to the new Mr. and Mrs. Ellsworth.